Connor, I want to thank you for coming to camp. My name is Thad Johnson with ABC. I'll be taking a look at your pitching video here today. First, get started with the balance position. As you work your way into the balance position, we want to make sure that we stay over the rubber, over your back foot as long as we can, up until the point where we get to the top, okay, and we separate our hands. Then you draw this line up through your body here. And what you're going to see is as you lift your top half, or excuse me, your lower half, your hips, right here are starting to slide out. Okay, we need to stay. You need to stay. You need to stay back. We got to keep that. We got to keep that front side, and your front hip locked in just a little bit longer. And as you can see, right here, okay, we're moving forward, and you haven't separated your hands yet. All right, so what you're going to be constantly doing is fighting to catch up. Your backside is going to be trying to catch up with your back or your front side. Your backside is going to catch up with your front side, and what that's going to cause is going to cause an early rotation. Okay, because you're going to have to speed up your top half, and what's going to happen is you're going to have a fly open delivery. And it's going to be real rough on you trying to execute consistent strikes. All right, so let's just do a better job of getting to this balance point. Once you bring this thing up to the top, right to here, you got to think about at this point in your delivery, can I start separating my hands? All right, so let's get your hands separated. This just takes a tremendous amount of practice, a lot of dry work, just where you're just lifting the leg, holding the balance, separate your hands, and then go. Okay, because you got to get on time with yourself, so your body can really create a nice stable base and it doesn't control your top half. All right, you need to be in control of your top half, and that's the one thing to consider. Your lower half is going to work fine. It's bigger muscles; they're going to get strong. You're going to want to, okay, but you gotta be able to separate your top half from your lower half. So we'll move on to the directional part, and you'll see where this starts kind of taking effect. So we're kind of drifting out there. We're losing our way to the front side. And at this point, what your brain is telling you, okay, is I have to stay in line. I've got to stay balanced. So you're gonna do everything in your power to stay balanced. You take your nice tall frame, okay, real tall delivery, and you start to sit it on the ground. You start to sit it on the ground and get small, okay, to absorb a lot of that forward energy, because your weight is so much on your front side. So you really try to break up the delivery so you don't rush yourself, and this is where you start to really lose it. And as you can see, we go up through the center of your body right here. All right, and you just take a look, where most of your energy is. What does it look like you're using? Look like you're using the back or the front? And to me, okay, it looks like you're using the front of the delivery to really propel this pitch forward. And you can tell this with the action in the glove. Your glove's going to kind of really go down as opposed to going back into the chest. Okay, that's what you'd like to see. You'd like to see that chest move to the glove. Okay, so they get connected. They get connected out in front of this leg, and what you're going to see is it going that down action. Your head is starting to go down and kind of take off towards this building over here, okay, as opposed to staying upright and moving forward. Okay, at this point when we land, when we get our foot on the ground, ideally what we'd like to see is your head in line. We got level shoulders, which you got nice level shoulders. Your head, okay, needs to do a better job of staying in line and upright. We got good posture. We'd like to see good posture with the top half. Our hips are going to slowly start to open up as they are, so you're in a really good position. And then as we drive forward, all right, we really want to emphasize going through the baseball, through the target. And right here, even here, you can see you probably never even see the release of this baseball. You probably never even see the ball hit the catcher's glove because you got a lot of right to left action with that top half. All right. and you're, as you can see, that head, the top of your head is as opposed to pointed towards the sky, it's back towards that building off to your left. And really, this right here, Connor, to really fix this, you just need to work at a slow pace without a baseball, okay, and just work on controlling your weight over your back foot, over your back knee, and then having a late, quick, aggressive, rotational drive through the baseball late in the delivery. Another drill that you can do is you take your delivery and you just turn around on the mound and work on playing catch with somebody on the incline. Okay, and what this is going to do, it's going to keep your weight back. It's going to keep you from jumping right here. This, it really looks like you're just jumping off that rubber, and your weight hits the ground real heavy on that front side. Okay, as you throw on an incline and you kind of almost throw uphill, your body is going to start recognizing you got to be softer on that front leg to maximize the weight on your backside. So those two drills right there are going to be real important for you to do. Just to review, okay, we want to make sure when we get to the balance position, okay, that we're breaking our hands before we go forward. And even here, you're going to go from a little bit lower leg lift, okay, but right there, boom, hip forward. We have 0 leg lift. Our hips are going forward well before our hands separate. Forward. Now we separate. Okay, and what's going to happen is your top half again is going to be behind your lower half. It's going to have to speed up to make up for the lack of being on time, and that front side is just going to pull out early, and that's what you see with that head snap kind of action, and you really get off center. Weight gets way out over our front leg way too early, and you can see the bad posture, almost as if your head and your shoulders are going to lay over, okay, and you're kind of getting on your heel, so to speak, on the left side of your body. So we just need to, stay in line, stay close. Let's slow down the delivery just to practice. You should look like this. This is what you should look like. This position right here is the perfect position, okay, that you should be in. This is the perfect position of your top half. Your top half and your lower half should be in. Your weight's back, okay, and you could see the difference between the two. You need to draw a line up for the center of your body right here, and you take a look at that. You take a look at where your weight distribution is, and there's no question that, okay, it's back. And that's exactly where you need to be when your foot hits the ground. If you take a look, you're still up in the air, and that's why you're a little off time with your delivery. So you got nice long level shoulders, your head's in line, your hips starting to open up a little bit, but your top half is staying closed. That is a perfect position to be in when your foot hits the ground. And as you can see, when your foot hits the ground, that's where you are. Weight's forward because you're trying to catch up, so you're really accelerating the top half so you can get to the release point on time. So, Connor, I want to thank you for coming to camp. Hope you learned a little bit today about pitching, and you're going to be able to make some of these adjustments and make your delivery a lot better, be a little bit more effective. As you get older and stronger, throwing the ball harder, and hopefully be a little bit more consistent in the strike zone, and obviously some of these tips are also to protect your arm against injury and your body from breaking down. So we'll see you out there again sometime soon.